Hey world, welcome to 9 Minutes Motivation at 9 a.m. I'm Deepak here and my life is beautiful. Stay on top of the world because I work as worship. Back to back some amazing historic dates and days in our life. And today again happens to be one of those historic days. Can't even say auspicious day or I think one of the saddest day in the history of the world if you look back. Because something so cruel happened on this day. Is they have given the beautiful name to it as Good Friday today. But today was the day when Jesus Christ was crucified. तो बोलना. So, man who stood for love, spoke for love, lived out of faith, just because his love for God was not acceptable. The entire world that time, or that part of the world that time, had convinced everybody for the advantage of few people that you should fear God. Those who were supposed to be those, don't know what name to be called as, middlemen in between God and human beings. For their advantage, fear actually works. It's a great motivator. In fear, you can control people, you can empower people. That's what the power of fear is. So, in the name of God, everybody was told to be scared. Fear of God, fear of God. And it's today still the kind of conditioning happened to human being in the name of God. The fear that has been induced in all of us in the name of God is just too much. Even today, before Christ, after date, thousands and thousands years later, even today, there is such a fear of God that has been induced in each one of us. भगवान से तो डर भगवान से तो डर क्या भगवान डरने की चीज है क्या भगवान प्यार करने की चीज है and Jesus Christ was the first man in the history of the world who actually said why to fear your abba that's what he used to call his God as abba father. Why do you scared why should you be scared of your father? Your father has produced you, created you out of love. He's your caretaker. He'll take care of you. He'll carry you. He'll be there with you all the time. And to that, you should be scared of. You should be afraid of. It's not done. And for that, he spoke and spoke and spoke. And so many people he told in his times don't fear God, love God. God is supposed to be loved. You love your father, you love your creator. You don't get scared of your creator. He was the first person, and that was such an threat to the existing society at that time that he was branded as an outlaw, branded as a rebel, and whatnot. And this was the day when the man was chosen to be crucified by the royal soldiers of that time. Think about whole Bible is life changing, no doubt about all the scriptures. Every scripture written by the messengers of God, from Bible to Quran to Bhagavad Gita to all other uh, spiritually evolved people who wrote script. Every scripture is life changing, but it's one single message of don't be scared of life because scared of God. Because even today, so many people, so many those what I call as middlemen of God in the name of trying to control people, trying to empower people, trying to have a following. I remember somebody has recently, as 10 years ago, 9 years ago, few people wanted to come to do my programs, and the other person from who also was a trainer, who's also I don't know whether he's training or not, also was a trainer, and people from their side also start coming to my program. And I came to know about it that the person told everybody, if you go to somebody else to learn, you will be called as a sinner. It's a sin if you learn from some other teacher. And he stopped people from coming. Don't it doesn't matter to me who comes to me, who doesn't come to me. I am a teacher. I teach whoever comes to me. I don't discriminate. A teacher should not discriminate. But in the name of God, the fear was induced. And today, even people who are educated get scared of God in the name of God. This is such a crazy thing which I feel. Yeah, I have done mistakes in my life. My father would have shouted at me, screamed at me, would have given me a slap. Beyond that, what? He will harm me or what? He might hurt me with something, but he will harm me. He will not harm me. Sai Baba of Shirdi said so beautifully, I may help you, I may hurt you, but I will never harm you. And that's what is supposed to be God. Why will God harm you? The people have been induced, and Jesus Christ was the first person in this world who walked this planet who said, love God. I think this one message, forget the Bible, forget every other scripture, just this one thing, love your Father, love your God, love your Creator. If all of us can live with this message, we don't have to do 100 more things. That love that you have for your Father, that love that you have for your Allah, that love that you have for your Abba, whatever name you call it, don't you think He will take care of you? If your son, if your daughter loves you crazy, as you as a father or mother, won't you take care of them, irrespective of whether they are doing well in life, they're doing not doing well in life, they're struggling in life, they're not passing properly, they're failing. But even if you shout and scream, we'll take care of the child, right? Why will he not? And for that, they crucified the man. How sad, how bad. But what is very important about the entire thing is they also celebrate Easter Sunday, that will come day after tomorrow. They believe that Jesus Christ resurrected, came back to life. May not be in physical form, but in some energy that is now guiding the whole religion of Christianity. It's just the energy, not the man. It's the energy of one person, the way he lived, the way he felt connected. His love is still taking care of all the Christians across the world. And Sunday's resurrection. I was not there when all happened. Neither you were there who are listening to me. But what I can infer out of it is for something which can be application value for you and me is very simple. Let's crucify our past today. Let's crucify our past today. Let's go through the churning, emotional churning, mental churning, whatever churning is required. And then let's resurrect into the future. Let's resurrect to the future with new resolve, with new understandings, with new clarity, with new conviction, with new passion, and say, okay, world doesn't have to come and crucify you the way they did to Jesus Christ. A lesson that I have infer out of it and I want to implement and I keep implementing in my life is till now what has happened. Good, bad, beautiful, ugly, I don't know. If you want to have a great future, then let's crucify the past, bury the past, grave it out, crucify the past, and then with a new churning, resurrect to the newness, resurrect to the new you, resurrect to the great future that is awaiting all of us. Then carrying that filth of the past or the dirt of the past or even the ego of the past that you've done so much in your life. And then you say the resurrection is the most happiest moment. If crucifixion is a sad part, then I think resurrection is the glad part. If crucifixion is a pain, the resurrection is the gain that we all can have in our life. So on this Good Friday, let's actually make it good by burying all the bad of our life, by crucifying all the bad of our life today. Draw a line, crucify your past, and this Easter Sunday, actually celebrate. Actually celebrate by cutting a cake and say, this is the beginning of my new life. This is the beginning of my new future. This is the beginning, this is the first day of my entire rest of the life. And with that resurrected life, live a beautiful life. You and me deserve it. This dirt of the past doesn't need to come in the future. It all depends upon you. With that belief that we will do it, let's start this with thought of gratitude to Jesus Christ. Let His Spirit keep guiding us the way it has been guiding billions of them across the globe. Here we go. So, guys, go get set and grow.